A ti imaš varice?
Na tom TV-u ovdje. Ali treba ti stani ovdje pored nje.
Budem ja na leđu.
Da. A i vidiš ti i tamo isto ti je već.
Ajde.
Ma nema to veze.
Gdje se svi ide stvarno vidio?
Ne morate svi, mislim možete svi, ali ne morate svi.
Da li će drugi timovi imamo delay? Pa ne, samo možemo tu da se smanji taj zvuk. Možemo se. Poželjno.
Ne čekamo ostale, to je to.
Sad sam bi samo odvalio.
Okej.
Samo da provjerimo da li nam zvuk radi. Zvuk radi.
Hello everyone, my name is Kristina Marković. Today I'm representing my team Juniori. My team members are Mladen Jugović, Filip Carević and Filip Milić. Today I will try to be as precise as I can, and I want to say the words API, class, object, function every 2 seconds like we programmers usually do. Instead, I will try to find real life examples. At least once in your life you must have found yourself in an overbooked week in which you have to stay late at work, had a doctor's appointment, pay the bills and a million other things. And you somehow manage to do all that things, but somewhere in your stomach you still have a feeling that you forget something. And yes, of course you forget to go to the movie with your best friends, even then you told them to buy the tickets last Monday. For example, you went on a short weekend trip, you brought everything, you didn't forgot to lock your apartment, to turn off the lights, but still that horrible feeling in your stomach. Yes, you forgot concert 5 p.m. on Sunday and you're returning on a Monday, but if you really want to get to a concert using Google Maps, GPS, you look for the fastest possible route. It's most likely that you'll be driving a lot faster than usual. In all that fuss, you forgot to check the traffic. Our app will, if implements AI, finds out that the user is endangered and or is getting close to a crash or dense traffic and inform him to slow down or change the route. Either way, how much time do you have daily to spend on the things that interest you, like you want to go to a lecture or finish a short course? There are sites that post events like that, just you don't have time to search those events daily. To help with your organization, safety, your job and your friends to appreciate you more, we present you a Reminder++. What our app does, it basically collects info from various sites and depending on the user's interests and chosen sites. Over there is a drop-down list where a user can choose the sites that he like, and that information, i.e. stores it on a server. Server communicates with clients by reminding them of other upcoming events and via SMS, which was implemented using TeleSign API. Okay. Okay. Now we are waiting for a message. Okay.
For example, if you subscribe to these movies, right now this is a simulation which requires a date to be inserted, because this base will update every day. Because we don't have that time, we have only 5 minutes. There is a simulation that it updates every 4 seconds. Now, what it really does is that our base is configured only until October 19th, and we have to restart our process every time. And what this app does is that you create your event list by subscribing to those movies you want to watch. For example, when you start your first server needs to be started. There is, when you start server, it downloads info from websites of certain theaters, and these movies are currently available to watch. When you subscribe to some of them and server starts, it reads what you subscribed for, and it sends message has been sent. Now, after because this is a simulation, after we have 1 day of difference between update of base, and after each day, if a movie has been passed, it's removed from the base. Right now, sad imam problem što ne stiže poruka sa servera.
Možete pokažete show the last ones.
Yes. Right now all movies have been processed and the base is empty because the simulation has ended, but like you can see, message has been sent, but your service didn't send to us. And there after
Show the last one. Ono malo što smo mi malo pre 59 minuta što piše.
if I there is option that if a movie has been cancelled, that it can and you have subscribed to that movie, it can remind you that it notifies you that movie is cancelled. For example, if you use this movie, and so, for example, if you use that movie, and that movie was this one. And if the person who manages this database cancels that movie, the user should get a message that movie has been cancelled. That's all.
That's okay. Thank you.
Mi smo mislili reći oni su sve. Izgledanje ili nešto? Nije.
Stigla.
A kao nam je aktivan i nije bilo problema. Pratimo, tako da sa strane akaunta sve je ok.
Kako izgleda organizacija sa svim vašim? Dobro, samo osjećaj. Ovo sve smo razumjeli. To je sve jasno. Čak i nama.
Da imaš šta ljuta. Šta, ja ću da ti mogu slati.
Okay, hello everyone. I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Anđel Lončarski and I'm a member of my team Krobakop. We made this app called Safe Walk, as you can see. Our motivation is to keep people in touch with their loved ones, their safety, and we did this in association with TeleSign company. So here you can see our app. It's a mobile app, and the main idea was to produce something that would be useful also for young people, for elderly, and parents, kids, everyone who need to keep in touch with someone who is maybe in danger, or maybe they are somewhere they're not known, they don't know the environment, so they want to be safe and to have someone who will know where they are. So we have this mobile app which is user-friendly. It has user-friendly interface, and so yeah, it can be used with kids who don't know to use complicated apps. It can be used by elder people who also don't know how to use some complicated apps, and it is worldwide. It's available everywhere on the world, and you can add safe numbers. It's there is a possibility to save up to 5 safe numbers, and it is supported by multiple platforms: Android, iOS, smartwatches, laptop, PCs, and so you can be up to date anywhere you are. So the problems which we faced, which we saw before making this application, was safety, which is not on the good level today, and time sensitivity of applications, and accuracy. So our app is accurate, and it's time sensitive, and it's safe. So the solution is that we have notifications that contain locations of the location of the user of application, and it's sent to chosen numbers. It provides stream tracking, live monitoring on our website. I will show you the website later, where you can see the movement of the person using the app. And one click to safety, it's the easy way to keep yourself safe. So here's the interface of our app. So first I'll show you this example, then I'll take the phone and show it live, how it works. So here is the login part, here you can see you can add email and password and log in. If you don't have account, you can register. So here's how the register part looks like. You add your first name, last name, mobile number, email, password, and you register. So then you have the access to the app. Here is the app. Here is the part where you are adding the safe numbers. So you enter the safe numbers, you can delete safe numbers, and you can keep up to 5 numbers. So yeah, there's the track button and the I'm okay and stop button. So first you have to click on the track button when you want to be tracked. We are using the GPS to send your location, and then while you're walking, you are clicking on the I'm okay button if you are not in danger, and I'm home or stop when you arrive safely. And if you don't press the I'm okay button for 3 minutes or 4 minutes, it will send the location to the safe numbers, which I showed you later, previously. And your location at the current moment will be sent to them, and they will know where you are.
Yeah, through.
No, sorry. Okay, so users, so you can see it can be used with kids, adult, and elderly. It's simple design, which allows everyone to use it. And here are the resources we used by TeleSign. The SMS API. Using TeleSign's SMS API, we are sending messages to users' safe numbers when they start using SafeWalk in the case they don't respond to the application. So we made here the presentation. So if you have 1 number, it's free. And if you want to add 2 to 5 numbers, it is $2 per month. So consider buying it, it's safer. So QR features are available to everyone, but if you offer a number of safe numbers with premium feature. So here is the look of our website. The part of with nav, it's up there. So yeah, we have the home part. This is the home environment. Home environment. So yeah, you can see the motto, what our app includes. Here the information is about our company. And here is the track part. So here is the map. If you received the SMS with location, it will send you to this page, and you will have live movement of the person who sent you the link. Here's the download button where you can get it from the App Store. And now I'll show you the app on the mobile. Can I come closer so you can see it? So here it is. Here's the SafeWalk. And here you have email, password, and login, as I showed you previously. So now I'll type my email, which I previously registered. Gmail. And my password. So yeah, here it is. I go login. Just a second. No, okay, I will register again. Maybe. Okay. Here is my number, my name, my surname, my mobile number, my email. Yeah, and the password. Okay, so let's register. Now I have sorry for this. No.
One second, we are having some technical difficulties.
Sorry.
Login si sam sa svojim navom.
So. Okay. Sorry. There is a mistake. So yeah, after you're logged in, there's a track button. You press it, and there you have the I'm OK button and the stop button. And while you are pressing I'm OK button, you will not get notified about location. And if you don't press the I'm OK button for 3 minutes, it will send the location. So here is my safe number that I entered previously, and we got the SMS. So here how it looks like. The person, it's said on Serbian, so the person has started their walking, what they're walking on the link, and they send you a link which redirects you on the website of the map. And if they don't tap, they tell you the person didn't tap on the button and their last location is, and they send you the link of the location. So if you arrived safely at home, you press stop, and there it is. It returns you on the track. You can track it again once you want. And here are the safe numbers. You can add others. Here, as you can see, I'll add some number. Yeah, and you can delete it, the previous one. And here's another one. You can also delete it. And yeah, that's the application. So also I would like to say something else. This is my team. It's Alex Atonic, our team leader, Stefan Mitrovic, Pavle Radoman, and me, Anđela Lončarski. So I hope you like this one, and thank you so much. In the future we would like to also introduce you with notifications which will show up on the smartwatches.
Yeah, smartwatches, and we plan to introduce to more platforms to make people safer and feel safer wherever they are. And that's it.
Hello, my name is Stefan. I'm from Team NGINX. My team members are Dušan Mitrović, Rajko Vrga, Đorđe Mladenović, and Dušan Malušev, but he isn't here because he was too tired to attend. Yeah. Idea of our hack is to make a domain tracker, an app where you can send an SMS to check if your website or whatever endpoint is up and down.
So we would like to highlight how important it is nowadays that your online service stays online. If it doesn't, you could potentially lose a ton of money. So I guess that's not an ideal situation for anyone. And all of us would much rather avoid the hassle of talking to hosting providers. Oh, can you please put it back on? So we devised this service to help you identify when your app goes offline. So it'll text you an SMS message whenever your service is offline. But unfortunately, we didn't have much time to implement the actual interface of the application.
Yeah, the front end, yeah.
So for the most part, I'll be showing you the finished API of how we've used TeleSign services and all that. So just let me pull it over. Oops. Yes, you can't see it really well. Right. I'm sorry. But the process of registration is quite simple. What you would actually do is just call the post endpoint on our API. So let me register real quick for you. And the most important part is the phone number, of course. We wouldn't be able to use TeleSign's services without it. And I should receive a text message right now. There it is. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but the text message has arrived. So what you'll have to do is verify your account. And the code is right? And the account has been verified. So now to actually add the domains, we have to first log in. And I should receive a text message with the confirmation code. We've handled authorization using an open standard, using JSON Web Tokens. It's quite simple. If you're a developer, you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's add a domain. Unfortunately, we couldn't devise a scheme to easily verify the ownership of your domain, because that would involve doing things that are beyond the scope of this hackathon. So we'll just have to trust that you already own the domain. And the most important part is how often do you want the system to check the domain? Now I'll set it to 10 minutes. The default is in minutes, but you could also add hours and etc. And the domain is successfully saved. Now, to go about, if you wanted to manually check the domain to see if it was up, you would have to call the actual API checkpoint. And as you can see, the status code is 200 and the API returned true, so that the domain is up. And we can actually test that it is up if I turn on the browser, so that you'll see that this isn't just for show. And there it is, the exact domain I typed in. There are other features of this API that we wanted to implement, some we did implement. For example, there is a cron job running, so that it will automatically check the API, and had something been wrong, it would have sent a text message to our cell phone, to the registered phone number, and it would notify you that the domain is down, and you could immediately take action. Well, yeah, that's about it, I guess. So thank you for your time, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Ne, treba da ga zaključim.
So, okay, hello everyone. Our team name is Mahers, and his name is Stefan, his name is Luka, and my name is Angelka. So, yeah, once upon a time, one of us was coming back from a holiday, and you know, when you're in a bus and you fall asleep, for example, and you're coming back from a holiday, and you don't know where you are, and you want to just send the SMS to your parents to pick you up when you come back from holiday, and you can skip or just pass your end location because you fall asleep and you didn't send that SMS message. Or, for example, imagine yourself in a crowded bus, just standing like that, and you cannot move your hands, and you cannot pick your phone and SMS your friend and tell them that you're near that friend, or that you're near your end location. So it would be awesome that your phone can locate yourself where you are and send that and trigger that service and send an SMS to the person that you want to send it. Or, for example, you have a kid, or you're a kid yourself, and you're on an excursion, and you just listening to the music in the bus, just coming back from the excursion during the night, and your parents don't know where you are, and you want to text them and tell them where you are and how far away you are from them, so they can pick you up, for example, or just so they can know where you are. So we just wanted to implement something that is simple for using, that is just on you have two buttons. It's simple. It's not so hard to implement, and it can be useful on a daily basis. So we just decided to use Android Studio. Of course, it can be done also for Apple products or iOS. We use the TeleSign API for SMS, for texting, and we use Google Maps API for locating yourself using your phone location in real time, and we use Java. So our app is based, so you can just use your app to put the phone number of the person that you want to text. That's the first thing. The second thing is to insert your message, and the third thing is to decide whether you want to use kilometers or minutes for your parameter. So what is that parameter? So for example, if you know that you want to text your father to come and pick you up if you're in a radius, for example, 3 kilometers near to your parents, you can just put, if I'm 3 kilometers far away from my parent, just send my parent a message so they can come and pick you up. So that's the first option to use in this app. So it's a kilometers based thing. Or on the other hand, if you don't want to think about, oh, maybe my father is working, so his job is, I don't know, 5 kilometers from my picking point, and then I need to think how far away I need to trigger that SMS. So you just don't want to think and make an approximation by your head. You just want to say, pick me up if I'm 50 minutes near you. So if I'm 50 minutes far away from my friend or my dad or my parents, just send them a message so they can pick you up. So you don't want to think about how far away you are. You just want to say, okay, 50 minutes is a time approximation. So in the background, our app can take based on Google Maps and API in Java and Android Studio, it can take your current location. You can pick your endpoint on a map where you're going to end your traveling, your end destination, and based on that, and based on a minutes for how far away you are from your endpoint, our app can do a simulation of your average speed in a bus or a car, and can approximate when to send that message to your parents or friend. So based on for example, if you have a traffic congestions or it's crowded inside the city, it can just, based on a minute, it can just approximate your current speed, velocity of a bus or a car, and just take approximation for estimating when to trigger that SMS request. So so that's a working app demo. So we're going to show two options. So one of them is going to show kilometers, and one of them is going to show minutes.
So we have these fields, and the first field is phone number, second is that message you want to send, and kilometers. So if I click done for kilometers, now he needs to receive a message from me that I set the radius to that is smaller than. So he knows that I'm coming, that I'm in the radius of 5 kilometers, and he can come to pick me.
And the other option is for minutes, and it is a little difficult to demonstrate it while we're in the same room, but if I put 30 minutes and his number, and it should be enough that I get to him.
Yeah. So you enter his phone number, insert message, put minutes, and put a destination point on a map, right?
Yes, and his phone is now trying to calculate the speed, but because it's 30 minutes, it's really close, and he will definitely calculate that we are really close.
Yeah, so actually from the Google API, we can have a longitude and latitude on an Earth map, and we can then we can translate that to the Earth coordinates, like x and epsilon in meters, and then just make a distance between, just make a what do you mean? Subtraction, yeah, from the end point. So we implemented that.
Oh, I get message, but my phone someone is mute. Sorry.
But your watch is also right?
Yeah, here I have 2 messages.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing that we implemented, and that is working. But of course, it can be used for further extensions. It's a problem. This problem that we implemented, it's like if you're inside some range, but it can be reverse problem. You can think about that like going outside of some range. So if you have people with dementia, for example, grandparents, and you don't know where they are, or you just want to track them. So if you put if they are outside of some range, like 3 kilometers far away, you can trigger SMS to yourself. Or if you have pets, this code can be implemented inside the collar for pets. So for example, you can have a device inside the collar with this code, and you can just trigger if your pet is going away from home. So yeah, it's also for pets. So it's a reverse problem, and it can be looked from that perspective, from the other perspective. So we looked just from the inside, from one direction, because it's one day and we didn't use Android Studio at all. Yeah, so I just wanted, yeah, of course. There's other examples too. So it can have numerous applications. So for example, if you're going back from faculty, so on an everyday basis, Stefan is going back from Belgrade to Pančeva. And if he's in a bus, at the ATP bus, and you cannot move your hands, but it would be nice that your mother can prepare a lunch for you, like if you're near home. So he can just put, if I'm 15 minutes away from home, just send a message to my mother so she can just prepare some good lunch for her.
Or to ask if he needs to buy something in the shop, he can just send a message to mother, like, if there's something, then I can buy for you.
Yeah. So that's another application, and of course nowadays it can be used for cargo, Uber, Lyft, or other cool companies that can pick you up if you're coming back from holiday in a bus and you want to go home. So you don't want to spend time with your luggage and wait, and you can just trigger SMS based on approximation for kilometers and minutes. So of course this algorithm behind for minutes, it can be implemented on it can be based on artificial intelligence and machine learning heuristic problems, so it can be smarter. So you can just put some other parameters. For example, you can take real-time updates from Google Maps when it's traffic congestions, and you can include that to your algorithm too. So it can be smart, but you don't need to think about that. You can just put a number. I want to send a message if I'm 50 minutes away from someone. Of course, it can be extended also if you're stuck in a traffic. So you can just trigger a message. I'm stuck. There's something. I'm going to be late. I'm not coming on time. Something like that. So that's it. If you have some questions, or if you want this demo up, you can just take it.
Sad možete malo da se opustite dok